Well, hello there and welcome to another travel vlog series. Once again, I am in Benidorm. This is Mabbers in Benidorm Season 2 and we're going to be exploring all different kinds of areas and places, not just in Benidorm itself, but in the sort of surrounding areas. In my previous series, I covered videos on the Hotel Dom Pancho where we stayed, the old town, going for tapas, some of our favourite bars, the strip of course, and visiting Benidorm's neighbour Altea. So if any of those interest you, by all means check out series 1. So for series 2, lots of different things going off. For our first trip, we're going on a wonderful 4x4 tour across Benidorm, and we get to see beautiful views like this. So without further ado, let's start the video. Today we're going to be travelling with Marco Polo Expediciones in a convertible 4x4 Land Rover Defender through the wonderful countryside of the Costa Blanca. This adventure led us through secondary roads, forest tracks and stunning ravines, reaching altitudes of over 600 metres, which provided us with magnificent panoramic views. Along the way we passed trees growing with an abundance of oranges, olives and almonds, which were all in full bloom. There were even a couple of times where we went off-road and got a bit muddy as a result. The first highlight of our journey was the visit to the waterfalls at Les Fonts d'Algar. The crystal clear waters, majestic waterfalls and the natural beauty of the surroundings were exceptional. It provided an ideal location to truly appreciate nature's splendour. Originating from the Fur and Bernier Mountains, the stunning springs of Les Fonts d'Algar creates a picturesque oasis in the Marina Baixa region. These renowned waters have been crucial for irrigation and windmills since medieval times, serving as both a source of local pride and the occasional conflict. By the 1950s, the springs began to attract tourists who initially arrived via donkey rides. Today, thousands of visitors come to this natural gem, particularly during the summer, to enjoy refreshing swims in its pristine waters. The springs of Les Fonts d'Algar are an essential part of the area's heritage, offering both locals and tourists a remarkable opportunity to connect with nature. Their enduring charm and natural beauty make them a must-see destination for anyone visiting the Costa Blanca. And we weren't done there, because then we got back into the jeeps and started our way over to the charming village of Guadalest, recognised as one of Spain's most beautiful villages. But first we had to drive through a few villages, so I hope we didn't alarm any of the locals.
Now we are in the village called Callosa de Ensaria, and in this village are 80% of the people are Spanish, 18% of the people are from Ecuador, and 2% are from Morocco. Wow. And the people that they come here from Ecuador, they work in the fields, they're picking the fruits, and they earn a lot of money here than back in Ecuador.
On the way to Guadalest, we made another stop at a Productos Locals shop, which was situated right next to Guadalest's Motorcycle Museum. Although we didn't go into the museum itself, we took the time to have a look around the shops, where everything sold there was either grown there or made on site. Everything made here, where it's the honey, the alcohol, the sweets, everything, it's all made in this area. The olives just over there. A small jar, we could manage a small jar of honey. Like this is all made here. The olives, they're from the olive bushes that we drove past earlier. Yeah, we've got a nice clean windscreen when we're off again.
If you now look to the right, you can see the village of Guadalest. That's the white village in the mountains.
Yep. Upon arriving at Guadalest, we enjoyed a quick lunch there and took the time to explore the village itself, perched high on the mountains with a view overlooking a striking blue lake, which was simply awe-inspiring. The serenity and quaintness of Guadalest added a special touch to our journey, and we took the time to walk around the village and take in the beautiful scenery.
Okay, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh wow. Wow. Okay, now that was worth the climb. The final leg of our trip took us up to the mountains, where we were treated to an incredible view of Benidorm from above. The climb up was definitely worth it. The entire day was filled with awe-inspiring sights and exhilarating off-road experiences. The thrill of navigating the rugged terrain in the Land Rover was unforgettable and highly recommended for any adventure enthusiast. We would absolutely do this again with the team at Marco Polo Expediciones. All the drivers were very knowledgeable about the area and its history, and they all took the time to make sure that everyone was doing okay and enjoying themselves. It was an excursion that combined culture with adrenaline. For those seeking a mix of adventure and exploration, this Jeep tour is worth every penny. I would wholeheartedly recommend this tour to anyone looking to take a break from the usual pubs and bars and wanting to experience the true beauty and excitement of Benidorm's countryside. So we've had a simply amazing time on our 4x4 adventure around Benidorm. Seen all sorts of places we haven't been to before. We're going to continue our adventuring ways in part 2 of this series, where we're going to be jumping on a boat and making our way to Benidorm Island. So be sure to join us for that, won't you? Catch you again next time. Today we're going to be stepping off the mainland of Benidorm and jumping on a boat to make our way over to the Benidorm Island, also known as Isla de Benidorm to the locals. This is a small triangular island located about 3.5 kilometres off the coast. It features a mix of historical significance, natural beauty and even pop cultural reference, which I'll explain in a moment. Our journey to Benidorm Island started with a pleasant boat ride from the mainland, departing hourly from Benidorm Port at 10 o'clock AM. The journey was a calm one, admit somewhat windy, and during the sea crossing, passengers had the option to go below decks to the glass bottom section of the vessel, which offered a mesmerising view of thousands of fish swimming below. Upon arriving at the jetty, we were given the choice to either remain on the boat for a prompt return back to the mainland, or to disembark and explore the island for an hour until the boat returned. Although the island is small and there isn't exactly a plethora of attractions, its beauty lies in its simplicity. We found a quaint little cafe where we could enjoy refreshments whilst taking in the picturesque views. The trek up the island, although a bit challenging, rewarded us with stunning panoramic views of the Benidorm coastline. The island, which is often referred to as Peacock Island, despite the absence of peacocks in recent times, is currently mostly inhabited by nesting seagulls and pigeons, and it possesses a rich tapestry of folklore and fables, with one popular myth suggesting that a giant, in a fit of anger, kicked a rock out of the mountain surrounding Benidorm, which then landed in the sea, creating the island. Historically, Benidorm Island has seen various uses, including lighthouses on its highest cliffs, which stand around 70 metres tall. Today, this triangular-shaped island serves as a symbol for Benidorm. It is featured in numerous business logos, and its silhouette has become an iconic representation of the city. Benidorm Island also holds a special place in pop culture. It was featured in an episode of the British TV sitcom Benidorm, where the character of Mel humorously attempted to purchase the island, only to discover that it was already owned by the birds. This amusing storyline adds an extra layer of charm to the island for fans of the show. Our trip to Benidorm Island was a delightful journey filled with history, myth and serene natural beauty. Whilst the island may not boast any attractions like Mel intended to build, its tranquil atmosphere and breathtaking views make it a worthwhile visit. Whether you're there for the boat ride, the wildlife or just a peaceful day out, Benidorm Island offers a slice of paradise just off the coast. So another amazing outing here in Benidorm today. Really loved going out on the boat and exploring Benidorm Island. Even if there's not a right lot on there, still get some amazing views. So that's it for part 2 of this series. For part 3, we're going to be exploring some of our favourite bars in the Old Town. Make sure you stick around for part 3. Catch you again later. Today we're excited to share with you some of our top picks for bars in the charming old town of Benidorm. Think of this as your ultimate guide for a delightful pub crawl around this picturesque area. The first bar we wanted to highlight was the Mojito bar Playa Pequena, which has lovely views out over the sea, and it's also quite a sun trap in the afternoon. It's the perfect place for a jug of sangria and some food whilst admiring the views and catching a few rays. As expected from its name, this bar is also well known for its delicious mojitos as well as its friendly staff. I'm cheating a little bit here. This next bar isn't actually in the old town, but we passed it on our way there anyway and I wanted to give it a shout. Uncle Peds, which we mentioned in our previous series during our video of the Benidorm strip, has now got a brand new second bar, the Uncle Peds Sports Bar. It can be located at Calle de Benidorm, and it has all the same really good deals on beers, ciders and spirits as the original bar does. Next up, there are 3 bars all located next door to each other that I would thoroughly recommend to anyone going for a drink in the old town. These are all situated on the square overlooking one of the entrances to Tapas Alley, right in the centre of the old town, at Plaza Constitution. Oliver's is one of the oldest traditional British bars in Benidorm, and it serves not only a selection of beers on draft, but also an extensive list of cocktails, including jugs of homemade sangria. The inside of the bar has been lavishly decorated with all kinds of souvenirs and items, some of which have been accumulated over a period of several years and several previous owners of the bar.
Oh god, all this on the ceiling as well?
Yeah, sometimes you sell.
Wow.
Just a couple of doors away from Oliver's is Bar 69. Again, another great spot for chilling out and people watching. There's a brilliant cocktail menu to be found here as well, and they also make a lovely jug of sangria as well. In between these 2 bars is the Queen's Hotel. If you go inside and take the lift to the 8th floor, you'll find yourself on a rooftop bar called the Up Lounge Terrace, where you'll get a great view of everything in the old town. There's so much to see from up here. It is one of the lowest rooftop bars in Benidorm, but it's probably the most central one. Even if the bar on the terrace itself isn't open, you can always get a drink from the bar at the hotel reception and take it up in the lift with you. Sherry's Bar can be found up on the hill towards the Mirador viewpoint by the Balcón del Mediterráneo, situated in a lovely little square by the church called Plaza de la Señoría. It's very famous for its homemade cooking, friendly staff, lovely atmosphere and a good selection of beers, cocktails and shots. It's also nice and cool in the downstairs section as well. When we find ourselves in Benidorm again, we'll definitely have to come back here to try out their Sunday roast dinner, which is said to be one of the best in town. Unfortunately, it was fully booked for dinner during our visit. Oh well, there's always next time. However, we were lucky enough to catch this absolutely stunning sunset as we were leaving Sherry's. Just incredible. Absolutely incredible. No filters needed here, folks. The Nova cocktail bar can also be found up by the Mirador viewpoint area. This has amazing cocktails, a great atmosphere, lovely comfortable bar, and apparently some of the nicest toilets in Benidorm. Colliers Bar is a cosy and welcoming Scottish pub that can be located right in the heart of the old town, just off the walking street. The landlord of the bar, Martin, is always up for a good chat, and there's lots of enjoyable banter to be had here. There are 2 entrances to the bar, one on Martínez Orola and another on Calle San Miguel, so if it looks busy at one end, you can always get in via the other. Good range of top-notch beers on tap and friendly staff.
This is Old Town on a night, and the strip's fantastic, don't get me wrong, but there's just as much action, there's just as much life, just as much going off here in the Old Town. In fact, we're just walking past the bar now, Little Britannia. Let's go and check these guys out.
The Little Britannia bar is located right in the heart of the old town, just off the walking street on Bon Retio. This bar has a really nice atmosphere with good food. We actually ended up eating here a couple of times. The owner of this place is also from Yorkshire, like us, so we got chatting with each other as soon as we recognised each other's accents. Just a great place to sit, drink and chat all day.
Sex on the beach?
I'll have sex on the beach as well, why not?
Sex is on the beach.
As long as I don't get stabbed up the arse.
See you later.
So as you can see, a really vibrant scene here in the old town. People associate Benidorm with like the strip. There's so much more to that. You can have just as much of an exciting nightlife here in the Old Town as what you can on the strip. So hopefully this demonstration of some of the best spots in the Old Town has given you an idea of what you can expect. But of course, when you've had a night out and you've had a few drinks, you might want to have a decent breakfast in the morning. So do be sure to come back for my next video when I'll be visiting Yorkshire Pride and I'll be trying out their greedy man's breakfast. Will I survive it? Will I manage it? You'll just have to come back and find out. Catch you next time.
When in Benidorm, a visit to Yorkshire Pride is a must, especially if you're looking to tackle what might just be the biggest breakfast on the island. Run by a fellow Yorkshireman, Tad from Castleford, Yorkshire Pride offers a gargantuan meal that challenges even the heartiest of appetites. For just €13, you'll get a feast fit for a king. 3 slices of British bacon, 3 pork sausages, 3 fried eggs, beans, tomatoes, mushrooms, chips, and an incredible 6 slices of toast.
Right, here we go. Let's get stuck in and see how we do.
And of course, no true Yorkshire breakfast would be complete without a proper cup of Yorkshire tea to wash it all down with.
Actual proper cup of Yorkshire tea. It's got to be done. You can't call yourself Yorkshire Pride and not have Yorkshire tea. So, cheers.
There were options to add other items to the breakfast, such as black pudding, for example, but I reckon that's quite enough food on the plate as it is. I mean, blimey, look at this. Never mind man versus food, this is Mabbers versus food. It's truly immense, possibly the biggest breakfast I've ever seen or had. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to finish it, but I'll certainly give it a bloody good go. Got to be done, hasn't it? Got to be done. So let's see how I get on with this.
You don't seem to be struggling with that at all.
I know, but it's still early days. See how I get on.
Now, there's some debate about whether chips belong in a full English breakfast, but here they fit right in and they accompany the existing sheer volume of food quite nicely. The eggs were cooked to perfection, the beans were of the highest quality, none of those cheap supermarket brands, and even the toast alone could fill you up. Let's keep going and see if I can manage some more.
Right, getting there. Made a considerable amount of impact already. The egg's gone, the beans are gone. Good portion of the toast is gone. I thought I'd go for the toast first, make that a bit tactical. Let's keep going. Right, on the last slice of toast. And I reckon I've got a good chance of polishing off the rest. That's what the HB sauce is for. Right, I'm getting there. Just the bacon to go. And I'm done. Same, just the bacon to go. And I'm done. Right, and just like that. We're done. Fantastic. There you go. Nice clean plate. Right, so that was a greedy man's breakfast. Fantastic. 5 stars. Right, don't know what I'm having for my lunch. I might go for a lie down first. Back to hotel for a snooze. Right, done it. That was the greedy man's breakfast at Yorkshire Pride. Very glad I did it. Surprised I managed to finish it all. But yeah, very nice, very tasty, more than lives up to the reputation. If you have that, you're going to be pretty much sorted for the rest of the day, and if you're hungover as balls, yeah, it's an essential. Right, let's move on to something else.
Not only is the food really good, but the staff at Yorkshire Pride are all really friendly and welcoming as well, much as you'd expect from a place that's run by people from Yorkshire. And this made the experience all the more enjoyable. Whew, right, well, I'm heading off to have a pint of Guinness for afters. But in conclusion, if you ever find yourself in Benidorm and are up for a food challenge, or just have a monstrous appetite from the night before, Yorkshire Pride's Greedy Man's Breakfast is not to be missed. Just be prepared, you might need to take a long walk, or possibly take a long snooze afterwards. Next time I'm in Benidorm, I'll have to pop back here to Yorkshire Pride, because I've heard that they also do a really nice Sunday roast as well. Well, that's the end of another vlog series here from Benidorm, and I'm sure that we'll be back here again soon. We've already started making a list of things that we'd like to do next time we're here. I've tried to make this particular series a little different from last year's, which is why we've gone on jeep tours and boat trips to show you a different side to Benidorm. And instead of going to beachside bars or going up the infamous Benidorm Strip, we've gone to the Old Town instead to explore the nightlife and the various bars there. And of course, we had to give that greedy man's breakfast a go at the Yorkshire Pride. It had to be done. It had to be done. I'm sure that we'll be back in Benidorm again soon, and you never know, I may very well end up doing a third series of this. Mabbers in Benidorm 3? It could be happening. So in conclusion, thank you for watching this video and indeed this series. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell to be notified whenever there's a new video up and ready for you to watch. And if you've enjoyed this particular video, don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment and share this video across your social media and friends. And whilst you're at it, you may as well follow me on my social media platforms as well. But until next time, this is the Big Daddy D signing off, and we'll catch you all again very, very soon. Until then, bye for now.